everybody, Duckyworth here, and it is time for my next live film reaction. So last time we visited the uncanny valley nightmare that was the Fleischer brothers' Gulliver's Travels, and which was the second ever animated film made in America ever made. And this time we are watching the second film that Fleischer Studios ever made, and unfortunately it turned out to be their final one. So this is going to be the 1941 animated film Mr. Bug Goes to Town, also known as Hoppity Goes to Town and Bugville. The sixth American animated feature film ever made, and the second one that was not created by Disney. The plot of the film is centred on Hoppity the Grasshopper, who has returned to his home in New York, but discovers that his friends are in danger of losing their homes due to humans breaking down the fence that kept their home safe from trampled feet, and tossed cigars to use that kept their home safe from trampling feet and tossed cigars to use as a shortcut. The film is centred on this and Hoppity's romance with his childhood sweetheart, Honeybee. Meanwhile, the villain, C. Bagley Beetle, has romantic interest in Honey himself and hopes, with the help of his henchmen, henchbugs, swap the fly and smack the mosquito to force her father, Mr. Bumble, to give him her hand in marriage. This is another one that my friend, Cartoon and Animal Lover, as he's known on Discord, or Nucleasion2, as he's known on DeviantArt, recommended for me to watch, as he did a review of this film once, and it is an interesting one. And just, I remember thinking it was much more interesting than Gulliver's Travels, because Gulliver's Travels was just, it wasn't terrible, but I just found it to be really, just absolutely boring in most of it. Like, with how much it dwelled on, like, them trying to get Gulliver on that little contraption to drag him down to the village. How long that film dragged, like, a third of the film was dedicated to that, and that really did hurt the chances of a film, not just the really disturbing rotoscope animation that it had. But I do remember enjoying this one a little bit more, even though with some of the character designs in it. I remember, I think it was like a mosquito, I think his design ended up being a little bit problematic, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that was just something that I remember from this. I've just got the trivia of the film here. Once again, just like Gulliver's Travels, this one also suffered a bit in production. It only made $241,000 out of its $713,511 budget in both of its theatrical releases in 1941 and 1946. And according to the Fleischer story, Max Fleischer considered the film a failure, even when he was comparing it to Gulliver's Travels, and refused to even consider the film one of his achievements when he was interviewed in the 1950s. However, this could be chalked up to some unfortunate behind-the-scenes problems, such as the fact that he had a terrible falling out with his brother, Dave Fleischer, during the film's creation, and the fact that the films coincided with Paramount kicking him and Dave out of their own studio and turning it into Famous Studios. And also, they were planning to release the film earlier in 1941, but pushed it to December on account of Walt Disney's Dumbo being in theatres. But this backfired, as the film was released just 2 days before the attacks on Pearl Harbor, resulting in the film bombing really hard at the box office. Even if it wasn't for that really tragic event in history, Paramount screwed them over anyway by refusing to promote the film anyway, but not giving a whole lot of advertising to it. And the film is different from Disney products of the day because it's set in like a contemporary setting, but the musical sequence when the bugs sing as they set up Mr. Beetle and Honey's wedding plays very much like a silly symphony. But I do remember the pacing in this film being much better than Gulliver's Travels, definitely. So I am interested to see how this would play out again. Now that it's been a few years since I last saw this film, how I will think about it next. So let's go. I'm going to try something a little bit different with this live reaction. I'm going to try and record it with my microphone on my headset, and possibly also do a little bit of filters with the film itself so that you can more properly see what's going on while the film is going on. I probably won't put any audio on, or it will be very, very quiet. But I am and I don't know whether OBS will be able to record it properly anyway. But I just want to have a little bit of a go, because some of the comments that I received in previous ones, like from the friend Sketch Shepherd, they said it is a little bit difficult to tell what's going on at times, according to the live reaction, according to the audio, if you can't see what's going on. So I'll give it a go. Hopefully it will turn out all right. And if YouTube says that, no, you can't do that, then I'll just turn the video back off again.
Okay, so here we go, everybody. I've got the film on YouTube now, and I've tried putting some filters over the film, as you can see, probably. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can that I can maybe try to get past YouTube's copyright practices this way by just like putting some strange colours and flipping the film. Okay, maybe that's a little bit over the top in that regard. Oh god, how do I get back to this? If you can see that now, it's just me just messing around a little bit, just trying to get it to work. Okay, hopefully this will. There we go. That should be all right. Okay, so here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1, play. Paramount presents Mr. Bug Goes to Town in Technicolor. Are you sure this isn't like the opening of The Rite of Spring from Fantasia? Because this looks like that bit at the start of that where you're just like closing in on the Earth just when it's forming. I do really like these this background though, this detail here. We're the couple in the castle. Katie did, Katie didn't. I'll dance at your wedding, honey dear. Oh yes, we've got the skyline here. I like this detail that we've got here on the backgrounds here, just like with the skyline. And one thing I'm just trying out with this is that hopefully it will record all right when it comes to like the video, but I'll probably be checking it every so often. Just like maybe just going into the video file and on OBS and just checking to see if that it's managing to record this all okay. Oh, did the quality get better all of a sudden? I think it did after it got past the credit sequence. Litterbug. Seriously though, who just nonchalantly tosses a match into just the grass there? Well, I mean, I know unfortunately there are some people that do that, but seriously, what kind of self-respecting person would? 720. Okay. I was just checking the honey shop. I do like all these all these little details that I've put into like the settings here, and like with all the insects residents here. I really love like the thought of like making a miniature houses, and how they'd be able to make like ordinary things with like really small little bits and pieces. Um, okay. Isn't it? It's funny that the bee girl looks a bit better in the face than the actual human being in Gulliver's Travels, like the princess, because that was just terrible how she looks. But look, Honey can actually show better expressions there. I can see Princess Glory just didn't have any expression at all on her face. Uh, oh dear. Oh, instead of Smokey the Bear, it's Smokey the Bee. No offence, lady, but if you saw that your house was burning down, fainting isn't the best option there. I mean, I know it's a big shock, but what snail there? Oh, this is giving me flashbacks to there's a fire safety thing that I watched when I was younger. That was like I think it was like a cockroach trying to teach a firefly how to go alight, and it was a don't play with matches at PSA. I'll have to see if I can find it at some point. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I remember something about that's very close to a blackface design there. Yay, 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 yay. Yeah, I mean, I actually heard that but when the artists were designing the characters, they actually tried not to make him look and give like the big lips, but still you can see it. Oh, swap the fly. You can still kind of see it in his facial expression, in his face there. Uh, if you're bugs, I don't think you have skulls. You have. Oh god, this is going to bother me. Let me just Google it on my that face there. Uh, uh, Google here. Ah! Oh god! Ah! 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 Beater with lips! Oh, get away! Ah! Ah! God, that was not a very flattering close-up. I mean, I get he's the villain, but still, that was a bit unfortunate. It looks a bit like a bug version of Ratigan, looking at him here. And I like his nose design. Is he supposed to be a kid, or is he just looking like one? Because I mean, him smoking. I mean, 1940s, but still. Ah, so he's going to try to extort them. Okay. Ugh. Ah! Oh dear. He's got his eyes on Honey. How old is his daughter? Snug as bugs in a rug. I like that saying. Yeah, but how old is Honey? This is bad touch, and he does not look around about the same age. Yeah, that wasn't very smart, was it? Wait. I know it's his wings, but Bat looks a little bit weird. With his dance. What? And I will give it this. This is getting to the point quicker than Gulliver's Travels was. I never did find out what the equivalent of a bug equivalent of a skull was. I tried googling it, but I just gave up. Sorry. Oh, here it is. Is this Hoppity here? Oh, by the way, let me know if how the audio mixing is going. I'm trying to keep it so that some of the audio is still there, but I'm just trying to make it so that you can hear my voice and sometimes a little bit of the film at the same time, but not too much that it gets me a copyright strike. Oh, it's the dog from I can't remember, but Lady and the Tramp. What's the name of Scotty dog? Oh god, it's been a long time since I've seen Lady and the Tramp, but I can't remember. I like how they give him literally a hop in his step, like literally because he is a grasshopper, and because of because he's like a happy-go-lucky, lively chap. If I can remember his character properly. And I heard Hoppity and Honey, I think, they're voice actors. This was their only acting role. And that's a bit of a nonchalant reaction to a house burning down. Jumping Johnny Jump Nuts, what's going on round here? Oh, I'm still drinking even though after someone's house burnt down. Oh, so it's like a town celebrity, I take it, or it's just like a popular guy around town. This is interesting. We've got a hopper, a grasshopper that's the hero instead of a villain like Bug's Life. I wonder what happened to the ants that are in town. Gee weeds. Buzz. Yeah, so he said. Your stinger looks more like a pigtail. I just looked at that there. Ah! Oh, what's going on with his face? She looks stoned out of the gourd. Just look at Honey in Bear. Yeah, I think I take back what I said about the expressions looking better than Princess Glory, because that was that was not a very flattering expression there. Oh, what was going on? Sweat, stretching there. But yeah, I mean, even back in the 1940s, what kind of I mean, I know we got litter bugs, but yeah, SWAT sounds a bit like Mickey Mouse. Just thinking about it. Oh dear. Oh, he's gonna kick everyone. He's gonna set everyone's houses on fire and extort them into so we can marry Honey. Yeah, like when he has facial expressions like that, the unfortunate design of SWAT there does look a bit more noticeable. Yeah, you pretty much erased everyone's death flags there, Holly. Oh no! Everything's on fire! Jumping buttercups! I mean, I heard about, having chill, but... Yeah, everyone else is running about and he's just going, jumping buttercups. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Instead of a fire alarm, they have an alarm clock. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's supposed to be... you're supposed to be putting out a fire or getting rid of it. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, see, he's got a better idea. Maybe not. Why don't you get some water? To put out the cigar? I mean, that would put, yeah, that wasn't a very smart idea either. Oh, okay. Yeah. Nobody else in the Bug Village noticed that, remembered the fire hydrant outside. I mean, I know everyone's panicking, but, wait, what's that? Is that an acorn? Cotton reel, what was that, a shotgun shell? Well, it looked like the end of a shotgun shell. I liked his expression there when he was just like, wait, what are you doing with that? Oh no, we're attacking the Roodoo-Doos! Fortunately, he has a bit better luck than, Oh, maybe not. That was a very strange close-up too. Okay. Oh. Didn't anyone else notice him running out into the street like that? Yeah, use your pigtail. Oh wait, is he gonna sting the traffic warden or police officer? And he's dead. But Buzz should be dead because when bees sting, they rip out the bottom halves of their bodies. But no, just like Bee Movie again. Oh dear, he lives. Yeah. Yeah, great plan, Hoppity. But I mean, you couldn't see the sign. I like the snail's design. I think the snail's design is probably my favourite. Oh yeah, that was daft. Oh well, he's put the fire out. Wait, what happened to? Oh no! Oh god! Dear, blackface. Yeah. Oh, good, and he's got his face cleaned all of a sudden. Wait, I didn't knot it up like that. Okay, that timing of him putting the hat on his head was funny. We're gonna go and be bland together. And speaking of a blackface, here's the other Okay, that was a bit of good design, detail there, but. A cabaret club? Oh gosh, this is going to get, Hopefully they don't see any praying mantises. Oh, wait! You're just behind them? How did I not notice? And how do you not notice his henchman, the Bumble's henchman following you, you two? If they're going to a bug cabaret, hopefully they're not going to come across like a praying mantis or try to hit on one of them, more of a dancing, or else Hoppity is going to end up having his head bitten off. I probably missed my line, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, that happened. Okay, those two in the middle. I mean, I know they're bugs, but their heads look very, very large for their bodies. If this was a real bug cabaret, then I get a feeling that they're going to end up having their heads bitten off by the end of it. And I like the detail, like they have what is it with in like these older animated films, what is it with the female characters? Their eyes, it's like sometimes their eyes are just like on opposite ends of their head, sides of their heads. I wonder if this is going to end with the horseflies bringing in like a tin cannon and end up killing everyone like in A Bug's Life. Sorry, just a nudge of a mouse there a little bit. Nah. Okay, that facial expression Hoppity is pretty cute. And he's got a singing voice too. Why does she just have one nostril? She just have just one nostril there. And then they accidentally fall into the web while they're going off stage, and then they have to get the spider from the Cobweb Hotel to clean up the mess. Have you ever seen that? That's good. The Cobweb Hotel. That's a really good. I think that's a Fleischer animation. Yeah, that's a good one. I recommend that. Okay, so they're going to try to break them up. Oh God, what? Let me do a bit of killing! Let me guess, he's going to miss. It's got a hat just like mine. One of my hats that I wear a lot looks like that. I wonder what would happen if he ends up hitting a... It's like, if in this old ones, it's like when you get slapstick. I wonder if it accidentally hit Honey. I mean, I know in these... old cartoons, like you couldn't really hit girls, but that would be. What? Right. Now he can play as a nose like a. Oh, we go again. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah, that's smart. Don't look into the light! I can't help it. It's so beautiful.
Somebody's in trouble. Excuse me a minute.
Oh yeah, great. What? Oh. Yeah, I think the electricians should try to fix that up a little bit. If all it takes is that to break everything. Ah! Oh no! Now we're in the realm of the pink elephants. This is we're turning into pink elephant territory. Oh dear. More racism. Great. Yeah, we're racist. Okay, that happens. He just got electrocuted, imitated Native Americans for a bit, and then we go home. And wait, didn't he see Swat and whatever the other character's name was? Okay, I guess not. I like that little detail there. They step down using the flower. I like that little detail there. Wait, what's that look? You know, it looks a bit like Penfold from a Danger Mouse sometimes when he does that expression. Wait, you've got a dozen cousins. What's that got to do with it? Oh wait, you're saying regardless of whether you have a dozen cousins, you're in love with Hoppy? Hoppity, whatever? And you two are getting very, very close. I'll just say that right now. You two are definitely getting close. With how much Swat's hitting on him, seemingly. Yeah! What was that? I mean, I know you're excited, but still, that sounded like he got bitten by something. Wait, it'll prostrate him? Isn't that what Roger Rabbit's uncle said that he had problems with, so he had to take these big pills and drink lots of water? Not prostate, you idiot, probate! That's a bit of strange terminology. That'll prostrate him. Was that a real thing back in the 40s? Oh god. Sorry, but no amount of beauty sleep will be able to help your mug. Prostrate. Reduce someone to extreme physical weakness or throw oneself flat on the ground so as to be lying flat, face downwards, especially in reverence to submission. Well, you just proposed to each other already. I'm seeing a lot of chemistry between you two now. I ship you two together more than I ship Hoppity and Honey at the moment. Yeah. Come on, the ship's just setting sail more and more now. Oh damn, he's thick, isn't he? Does my abdomen look big in this? That's right, isn't it? Hopefully I got my insect terminology right there. I'm so mad, I'm going to play golf with my cane.
Go on, tell him the rest. The rest? Is there more? More? Oh no, no more. That's all there is, bossy. That's all.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about when he kissed her?
Kissed her?
Yeah, like this.
Why you?
Yeah, abdomen, that was right, I got it. Oh, come on, why did it take place off screen? That would probably be pretty funny, seeing some good cartoon violence there.
Hoppity bam. That long-legged, leaping Lochinvar.
Why do you want to be with Honey anyway? I'm sure that...
That kid worry me.
I'm sure there'd be I'm sure there's millions of other beetles in the sea.
I have wealth. Position. Yeah. Character.
Well, you got some kind of personality, but not necessarily a good one, so, you know.
Good night.
Oh, okay, he's taking that pretty well. That is romance isn't tattered.
Afternoon, Mr. Jitterbug.
How do you do, Hoppity? How do you do?
Wait,
Hello, Mrs. Stinkbug.
I thought Hoppity was a stink bug.
Little stinkers. Afternoon.
Stink bug.
Hello, Hoppity.
She doesn't stink though, judging by how it looks.
Hello, Nip. Hiya, Creeper.
Creeper.
The human one.
Oh, is Creeper the snail? I think I remember that.
Honey.
Oh yeah, and everybody else as well, just fleeing. Stab. Dead. Well, yeah, judging by how he shoved the pen in with himself, he's probably dead. That bug there, with how sharp that pen looked of him.
Hey, where is everybody?
Can't you see they're hiding? Okay, now we've got our hockey players. Oh no, speaking of Bugs Life comparisons. Oh, you got that pretty well. Yeah, you're right. Ask to hide under there.
Honey, Mr. Bumble.
Oh,
All right?
are they gone?
Hoppity, are you? Father, are you hurt?
Just a little shooken up, I guess.
I wonder if it's... Oh, I guess he's not dead. It just... Now, see, that's how you do a joke with someone getting covered in something black and not being racist, film.
Everybody's safe in their own homes or out of them. Gee weeds. How long has this been going on?
Gee weeds.
That big fence has been
Her eyes looked even
down. The human
weirder than usual.
There's only one thing that we can do. We're in a groove. We gotta move. No, you moving. We're doomed.
You spooben? Is that what he said?
Mr. Creepers?
Spooben.
Where? Hoppity, there isn't anywhere except that garden up next to the big place where the human ones live. Well, what's the matter with that?
Not for me.
Me neither.
What was that one bug Tuffle? And what was that? Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. And what was the one of them Tuffless?
Worse than it is down here.
Why was that one bug Tuffless?
We ought to fix
I would be asking why all the bugs have teeth anyway, but I mean, it's more consistent that all the bugs have teeth. So no, I don't know. It's strange. Yes, look at all the humans walking by. Their lack of facial features. Okay, stairs.
Well, Mr. Bumble, the garden ought to be just over this wall. Somewhere.
Can't you just fly up, or is he too shook from earlier? You could just fly up. You're a bee. Ouch. Considering how frail insect legs are, that must have been painful for him. Like, what's with sound effects? What buzzing? Oh, okay, that was pointless because there's a hole just there.
You'll never get to that garden with
Oh, okay, that was a.
a critter with a gimpy wing like me holding
Oh, he's got a bad wing. Okay. Gee whiz is not a good catchphrase. I prefer Gee Willikers, not no Gee Whiz. Gee Weeds just sounds strange.
I don't think you gotta worry about them. Anybody who keep a garden like this
Oh.
can't be so bad. At least I don't think so.
Oh yeah, this is going to turn out well. I like the detail on the flowers.
Just what the boss ordered. Now you take the high guy, and I'll take the low guy. What a place to live in.
Yeah, this is going to go well because. Watering can. Oh, human. Oh dear. That animation bit was good. That almost looks like a mixture of live action and animation there. That bit when the watering can was being picked up.
Well, that's quite as for old man Bumble and the long-legged lug.
Yeah, it seriously sounds like Mickey Mouse.
The boss ought to give us some heavy sugar for this job.
Give us some heavy sugar. You mean regular show sugar? Or like, give me some sugar? No.
Why, it's swell in here, Mr. Bumble. Solid and safe and dry as a bone.
You have a very bad habit of saying wrong things at the wrong time, Hoppy. Or Hoppity, or...
Oh, Dick, there's a bee in here. He'll drown.
Okay, Girl Scout, I'm a-coming to the rescue.
Girl Scout? Wait, is that what you... Is that what you named your wife?
Say, Mary, what'll I do with him? Have him stuffed?
Oh, Dick.
Stuffed?
Here, let me take that.
How can you stuff a bee? How can you stuff any insect? You can't have taxidermy of an insect.
Mr. Bumble, this is where you belong. Right out here in the garden.
Aw.
See, Mr. Bumble? I told you we belong here in the garden. The lady human said so.
I do like it when, wait, why is he giving... Why is he giving bedroom eyes? Why are you giving bedroom eyes to a human? I'm getting B-movie flashbacks. Please don't.
So I close with him. We grapple. I'm up, he's down. He's up, I'm down. Up, down, down, up. Tonight.
Yeah, not gonna work out, Mr. Bumble. Wait, Mr. Bumble is the B. I've been getting the Beatles name wrong. Is it Berkeley? Berkeley, that's it, Berkeley. Anyway, speaking of the gardener lady, I like it when because clearly this film seems to be going for a little bit of like an environmental theme, or it could be seen to have one. But I do like that not all the humans are jerks in it.
Like my dear friend Bumble, thereby depriving his own
Ugh.
of her father. Now it is my painful duty to go down there and console poor little orphan Honey.
That smug face of his is pretty funny. Given some of your interactions, you're already gay and fancy free. I mean, I'm not. I ship them. That's what I say. Just like with some of their interactions, they seem to have a bit more going on than chums. Oh! Well, I'd bite if you two got married. Ah! You would hit a guy with glasses. That just reminded me of the Wreck-It Ralph scene there. Oh, I heard that SWAT and SWAT and Mr. Bumble had the same voice actor. That's impressive. You should be dead because you stung someone. No, well, I can see why it's so grouchy because he can't move very quickly to keep up with them. Oh, just got a bit of a interesting bit of trivia here. Harlan Ellison cites this film and his repeatedly thwarted attempts to see it as a small child as one of the defining moments of his entire life. It's also reportedly a favourite animated film of no less than Hayao Miyazaki. That's interesting. And I will say this, when it comes to the animation of this film, the animation quality is much better than Gulliver's Travels did. I mean, Gulliver's Travels animation wasn't terrible, but there were some bits where it did have a little bit of a jumping about a bit in quality. Oh, okay. Timestamp. Oh, a good thing about doing it via UPS is that I don't need to. You can see the timestamp how far along I am in the video. So 41:13 is the timestamp here, and I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break just before I record my second half. So yeah, I'm interested to see how this new format of recording goes. Hopefully it will turn out all right. And when it comes to the film itself, I mean, apart from some unfortunate moments of racism going on in it, so I am enjoying it more than how it happens, how Gulliver's Travels was. It's where there is an actual plot going on in the first half, compared to Gulliver's Travels, where it was just like the first half was just like nothing but them building something to get Gulliver's Travels down. And I think it is a much better. I mean, the main character isn't the most. I mean, he's charming enough, but he's a bit bland as far as main characters goes. He's just like, oh boy, gee whiz, gee weeds. What a strange saying that is. Honey has her eyes are just like on opposite sides of her face, and even though she has more expression than Princess Glory, she unfortunately only has one expression. Just like that one where her eyes just look big. But yeah, I am enjoying it more than Gulliver's Travels so far, and it's nowhere near as uncanny as Gulliver's Travels was, so that's another plus. While I was on my break, I just had a look-see, just trying to see if I could find out that fire safety video that I mentioned, like the one with the Firefly, that was like playing with matches when I was younger, and I found it. It's called Francis the Firefly, Bat was the name of it. So I finally found it. I just remember it being like there's this one character called Cocky Roach that's inspires Francis the Firefly to play with matches, and I just tried googling it in googling it, and it just came up, and looking at it, it just got all the memories back. Just memories back, just regarding it. So I recommend checking that out. If you just type Francis Firefly full version into YouTube, it should be like one of the first things that come up. It's the art style in it does remind me a lot of Mr. Bug Goes to Town. Looking at the character designs here. So, okay, let's get back to. I hope that it's working out all right. The film quality, recording. There aren't any problems with it being like buggy. No pun intended. Or like glitching or anything. Or you can still see what's going on in the around the screen. I hope. Okay, so timestamp is 41:13. So let's get back to live action of Mr. Bug Goes to Town. 3, 2, 1, play. Right, I suppose if I keep doing it like this, if I'm gonna do it properly, like with the screen on, I might not have to say the timestamps anymore. But just a bit of a just in case YouTube strikes. Just better safe than sorry. Oh look, it's the little bee that should be dead because his butt got ripped out. And bye. Okay, I like that gimmick. I like that little thing there of him having a flower as a trumpet. That's clever. You know, it's just like that one insect that has like the square cap. Did he fight in the American Civil War? Is that what he's wearing? What's that got to do with anything? Oh, it's great! It's great that we're here, especially because she's not ugly. Oh dear. And everything goes wrong and they all die. Oh dear. Well, I do like that in this film. It's like a lot of the things that go wrong like this. It's not due to any like malicious part on the humans. It's more due to like a error on their part, like this. What was that, a pickle that just went by? I like that as well. We're using like a flower as an umbrella. There is creativity in this film. There are a fair few creative parts. Ambrose and Ambrose is up. Burgertroid. Was it Burgertroid? Was that the name of the other one? Oh, that was a complete wash, wasn't it? Badumch. Now, this is sad though, because it wasn't for any. It was just it wasn't. He didn't do anything really wrong. It was just like an error on his part. You know, I just noticed something. Some of the insects with the faces, like the way that they have the designs of the heads, it reminds me a bit of a Noddy that I watched when growing up. The series by Enid Blyton. And at first, that had a lot of racism in it too, with gollywogs. What do you keep spitting?
I'll be right back, Dad. I'm worried about Hoppity.
Okay, Auntie. Don't be long.
Sound like Goofy there. Okay, okay.
Have you seen Hoppity?
Last I saw him, he was headed toward the big fence.
Oh.
And I will give it, at least in this film, Honey is a little bit more proactive than Princess Glory, and again, she had better emotions. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice song here, and I do like the music in this. God. Oh, that's nice imagery. That's really nice imagery there. Like all the flowers looking like castles to the insects. You know, maybe. Okay. You know, maybe I should try because insect characters. I mean, other than Pokemon characters, don't really have a lot of like insect characters in my works. Maybe I should have a try at that at some point. Like let's try and branch out. Oh no, he's getting high. He's trying to kiss Visions. Oh, there she is. Oh look, Shasha has a nose now. Wait, why do bugs have noses? Nah. And since there are more scenes of, and since there are many more scenes of Hoppity and Honey interacting, I buy this more than Glory and David. Oh, now see that's another thing. The humans are trying to fix up the fence that's causing problems. Wait, how'd you get in? Or did you just break in? You know, this reminds me a little bit. When I watched Thumbelina, it was really strange. But you have the bee that looks more like an insect, and then you have all the other insects looking more like characters from this. That's one of the few things I remember about Thumbelina. That could be a policeman with striped trousers and just happens to carry around a bag. Oh dear! So Berkeley is going to get rid of a letter. Wait, what's he doing? They're going to get the letter and make it so that Berkeley, Mr. Bumble has no choice but to let Berkeley marry Dick Dickens. That was the sound of me face palming. Step down! It could have blown out there. Step down and check the bottom step. And this is why post boxes were invented. Because I can only imagine all the problems that happened with the people getting letters before post boxes were invented. If there are frogs nearby, I think you should be running. Or you'd be dead. How's it all his fault? Leave him alone. He was really harsh on him, but we're all just blaming him. I mean, delays in post happen. I mean, they wouldn't know that, but still, you can't just blame him. He's not the postman. No, that wasn't accurate. He didn't have a nose. I mean, Honey doesn't have a... Yeah, this is going to be a policeman, isn't it?
Dick, here's a letter. It's
From the publishers?
no, it isn't. It's a foreclosure notice. It says we've got to move out of the house. Oh, Dick, the home you inherited from your grandfather.
Yeah. Along with its creaking old mortgages and tax liens. You know, Mary, I think
Hmm.
it's going to be a kind of relief to be free from all that. But anyway, if they say we got to go, why, we got to go. So, where do we go from here, boys? Where do we go from here?
This guy takes it well. He's taking it well that the house is being foreclosed. Oh, okay. There's a bit of an older close-up on it now. Oh, wait. Well, I mean, they moved out the house, so even if Hoppity finds the check, what's going to happen? I mean, I imagine that the house has already been yeah, they're gonna build I think they'll build a skyscraper on it. Yeah, they'll build a skyscraper on it. So how are they supposed to get the house back?
Well, I wonder what the folks in the lowlands are going to do now, with the building covering their property.
Yeah, boss, and on your property too, huh?
Yes, on my property.
Yeah,
My property?
yeah. You didn't think this through, did you?
A building on my property? Why, I'll be ruined. They can't do this to me. Why,
Uh,
Is that bad?
yeah. You didn't really think this through very well, did you, dumbass?
My property will be useless. Don't son. Then you might just as well give your property away, huh, boss? Give my property away? No. Give it away. Worthless. Give my property away. Yes. Yes, that's it. Boys, I'm about to make a very generous gesture. I am going to give my property to the residents of the lowlands community. All my worthless property.
You're sure a philanthropist.
And where are you gonna live?
You're sure a philanthropist.
Yes. Provided, of course, that Miss Honeybee will accept my offer of marriage.
Mate, I think you've got higher priorities right now at the moment than getting married. If your house is gonna get a skyscraper built on it.
How long have you been listening? I mean, standing there.
Long enough, Mr. Beetle, to overhear your whole cowardly scheme. But you're not going to get away with it, because I'm going down and tell the lowlanders just what kind of an insect you are.
Oh, now.
You're an insect too.
Swat. Smack. Go get him.
That's a bit of an odd insult, considering you're all insects. Just pills. Just generic pills.
Hey, stop! Give me a hand! Give me a hand!
Ugh. I think he needs a new voice. Okay, that was a bit of a strange joke. Oh! I'll marmalise you. I mean, Jesse James. What? Bagley. That's it. Bagley. Why do we call him Berkeley? Where'd you get Berkeley from? Hold on.
Why, that's the letter the human ones were waiting for. To fix the fence. Why, you no good.
That's right. And look what's inside. Show him, boys.
The check thing. Hey, let me out of here, Beetle. Hey, let me out of here. You can't do this, Beetle. Hey, let me out of here, Beetle. Hey, let me out of here.
Would that really work with a letter that's already been sealed? I've never tried that before.
Neatly done, boys. My marriage to Honey is now assured.
Priorities!
Yeah, likewise. Happy wedding bells.
Oh,
My poor little honey.
that is one tiny diamond.
Daddy, we've got to keep our chins up. This means happiness and security for everyone in the lowlands.
Until the skyscraper destroys everything.
About.
Oh, Daddy, will Hoppity ever forgive me?
It's a bit interesting that you see cobwebs all about, but I don't think we've seen a spider character yet. I wonder what the sort of. I wonder if they would go for like a. Oh, stop spitting. I wonder if they would look like the rest of the bugs with like human faces, or if it would look like the cobweb hotel spider. Oh, this is the bit that plays off like a silly symphony. I don't think you need to keep jumping onto the music box there. Why are they so happy about this anyway? I mean, oh, because everything's been saved. Oh well, I mean, at least it was a bug of his word giving him their homes. Some of the visuals in this bit reminds me of in this film remind me a bit of like Alice in Wonderland. Just thinking about looking at some of them, like the flowers. Wait, is she smiling or sad? I can't tell her. Is she just trying to smile? Yeah, nice corset. That's not your colour. You know, I'd like to see if something like how these bugs make clothes. That would be something interesting. I'd like to see that. Schnozzle. Is that what he called him?
Don't you know you ain't dressed proper without a buttoneer?
A buttoneer.
Yeah, a flower.
Oh, sure, a flower.
I thought that was a corsage. I thought that's what you call them.
How do you like me, Daisy? Ain't it Daisy?
I think it's very pretty, but it should be put in water.
And this is reminding me of Insectors now. That's another animation involving bugs that I remember from my childhood. Like them chopping. Well, okay, that one bug coming out of the trousers there. Why? Oh, there's a spider. There we go. I like that. That's a really nice creativity there. How they make like the stained glass windows, but it's spider webs and the flowers all in it. That's clever. I like that. But once again, what's a Bagley Beetle? I mean, when the skyscraper comes along.
Now, what have you got there?
Rice, boss. Jingo. Hookamaka-hoola.
Oh no! Oh, stop, please. You're racist enough already. I don't need any bad impressions of Chinese people. That was terrible.
Sure wish we could have gone to the wedding.
And what was the purpose of that? Just to be racist again? Stay classy. You could have cut that out. Why?
Back here, Flyway.
Gee, Smack, you know I'm wacky over weddings. The music and the smelly flowers.
Hey, I thought I told you to...
Yeah, I thought you would have left before now if you wanted to. I thought everyone didn't everyone know that. No, it was only Bagley that knew that there was a skyscraper being built. But still, I mean, I would have thought even he would want to get out before getting squashed. Well, then again, he doesn't seem to. He doesn't seem to be the brightest bug in the drawer, so you know. A guy like that, running to keep up with it.
Dear brother Beetle and dear Bee sister, we're met to unite you as Mrs. and Mr. Be happy and well. Now if there be any Tom, Dick, or Harry who knows the reason why these two should not marry...
Yes, you're all about to die. Ooh, ooh, ooh. These books can never get a break, can they? And once again, I'm thinking about Bagley's plan. If they were able to get the check and they were just able to, and they were just able to stay, and they were just able to stay in like a better garden, he would be able to come up with ways to extort them more then, rather than this stupid plan that went south for him.
Where are you?
Well, still not as destructive as the destruction of the Warren. Yeah. Not as destructive as the bullshit down scene with the Warren being destroyed. Yeah, your plan didn't really work out in the end, did it? What are you going to do now? Oh, hey, there's the cabaret guard.
It's good to be back.
The old place sure looks good.
No place like home.
Well, I like that interesting little bit there where he smiled for a second that they were back. Like he was secretly happy that they were back. Oh, no, this place is going down as well. Yeah, like I said, we just got to catch a break, can we? Worthless. For some reason, that was what I was thinking of when I saw that. I mean, I know that it's not a car magnet, but still, that was just one thing that randomly came to mind for a second. And these bits are, I will say, pretty intense, given what's going on and like the characters here. Like a lot of the times, you do see like humans like acting and like building things, even though they don't mean to be. They have no real will. It's like it causes havoc for like the animals that watch it happen. But it's just interesting to see. Always interesting to see the. What are you going to do with that check now? I mean, the skyscraper's being built. We can't buy back their own house. I just gotta find him. No offense, but I think I can see a reason why this was his only acting role. He's not. He's got a bit of dull surprise going on. I'm not gonna lie. Is it even worth it? I mean, you know that she's just going to be. You're going to be stuck in an unhappy marriage, and you're probably going to be divorced in like a day or so. So why? Is there even prehensile noses? Is there even any reason for you to want to marry her at this point? Just because she's pretty? Is that it? Buttering buttercups. Now, is that one racist or? I mean, totem poles did exist, but okay, I'm not touching that one. Wait, what was there a fade there? What was there a fade to black? Wow, it's like it still jump pretty high. Dick Dixon. That is a very unfortunate name.
Oh, Dick, if only the publishers had bought your song. I'm still hoping they will.
Wouldn't do much good now. It's too late. Look, here it is. Not much room for a house and garden for us here. Unless you want to live on a roof, Mary.
Oh, we could, Dick. We could build a cottage.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Our castle in the air.
You could have your garden over here.
With the lily pond.
Can you build a cottage on top of a skyscraper? Just thinking. I mean, I'm sure there's been. I mean, I know there's like. I know there's skyscrapers where they have like more green designs and they have like plant life all throughout it. I can't. I read the term at one point, but I can't quite remember it off the top of my head. But Have there been instances of people building cottages on top of skyscrapers, or like normal houses on top of there? I mean, I know we've had penthouses, but still, it's just a bit of a. I don't know. I mean, there are weirder things that have been built, but it's just if anyone's ever heard of this, something like that happening. Where are you going to go now? How do you know where to live? Or are you trying to get into a post box? And how do people not notice that letter just moving about? I mean, I know we probably don't notice the bug, but you should still probably be able to notice the insects. Oh. And it was picked up by the postman after all.
Hey, wait, everybody, wait. Now listen, we gotta go up to the top. If we stick together, why, everything's gonna be all right. I heard him say so.
Oh, you heard him. Like that check thing you heard about?
Yeah, that's it, the check thing. And they're gonna have a garden up there, just like it was.
He has very big teeth. I've just noticed, like when he just like talks.
For me, I never know that before. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, no, don't go, Mr. Creeper. Please don't go. Don't anybody go away now. We gotta stick together. Lead the way, Hoppity. Let's go.
Up we go. I'm sticking.
Me too.
Me too.
These more strange voices. These people have some very strange ways of like jumping back and forth between how they feel about living in houses, do they? I mean how they feel about Hoppity. It's like 1 second they're happy.
Mr. Dickens doesn't live here anymore.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought the house was knocked down to make way for the skyscraper. How can that? Mr. Dickens doesn't live here anymore. I thought there wouldn't be anyone living there. It's been levelled for a skyscraper. Oh well, he's dead now. And there are also really funny bits of this with some of the character interactions. Wait, is that supposed to be cement? Wouldn't they be like a stiff and unable to move now? Unless it's not quick drying.
Take it easy. All right, that's enough. Come on, let's go. Hold it. Come on, hold it. Make it snap.
Oh, I wonder what the builder thinks of that. Just seeing them like the bugs just coming by. How much punishment can he take? I mean, I know it's a beat up, but he's definitely resilient. I mean, how much punishment he can take out of a film. And like I said, you could have just waited until you got back into your new home before you start to extort them again. Rather than going through all this nonsense. Oh hey, look at that, Jim. You didn't just see all those bugs just like running up the bricks we're making? Yeah, sure, let's just continue making stairs for them. How many times did that letter get moved around? I mean, didn't they have like a... Did they have like a flat? Where did they live before this? I mean, I'm sure that someone would know that they had that address. Oh no, that is where they moved into. They haven't moved into a place in the skyscraper yet. Sorry, just like some of the bits with like where the characters live, I'm just getting a little bit confused. I mean, you have people saying that he doesn't live here anymore at a place that had just been knocked down. Money. Money, money, money.
Oh, come on, folks. We just gotta get to the top. Top? Top of what? Why, the top of the... Oh,
You are at the top.
gosh. I just can't believe it. I was sure...
Wait, you got a very good time, didn't you?
Keep going. Stick together. Everything's going to be just lovely when we get to the top.
And just thinking about it, considering lifespan of insects. Ah. Oh, there we go. I mean, considering the lifespan of insects, it's like, I wonder how many of them are probably going to drop over after this film ends. Or how long things have been gone for in this film, and how long it takes to build a skyscraper. Oh, that's a nice sky. That is a nice place what they've got there. Oh wow, fancy. Oh, okay, yes, penthouse. Okay, it's a penthouse. I was going to say cottage on top of a what? Okay, a Japanese garden. Oh, that's nice. Oh, they actually made it to the top too. Yeah, it didn't work out quite well for you, Berkeley, did you? You weren't the best. You weren't a big brained beetle, were you? And now they're safe from the humans forever. Oh, so that was the end of Mr. Bug Goes to Town. So, what were my final thoughts on this film? Well, I think I can really safely say that I definitely prefer this one over Gulliver's Travels, definitely. I mean, Gulliver's Travels wasn't a terrible film, but it just suffered from a lot of the issues, like as well as all the horrible pacing issues that were in it. It's like a lot wasn't really going on throughout a whole lot of the film, and you also had that horrible character. Oh God, what was that? That annoying one's name from that one dwarf knockoff. I can't remember his. I can't quite remember his name off the top of my head. Just looking up here. Anyway, I do think that all the characters in this were at least more Gabby. That's it, Gabby. That annoying sack of worthless. And I do think. This film isn't anywhere near as boring as Gulliver's Travels, because there is at least a plot like going on, and it doesn't feel like it stopped for ages and ages to have them just like build something, or Gabby just like shrieking over and over again that there's a giant on the beach, or them arguing non-stop about a wedding song being sung. They don't have anything like that, at least. I think when it comes to like my criticisms about this film, despite the uncomfortable amounts of racism that's going on in the film, like with I still can't believe that. Like SWAT's design, I mean, they said that they tried to avoid making him look like a blackface caricature, but you can still kind of see it with his with his lips and his face being a dark colour. You can still kind of see it a little bit there. And you also have weird bits like Hoppity becoming one when he gets covered in soot. That one bit when he's dancing and he does like the Native American dance. That one bit when they're randomly turned into where Berkeley and his minions are turned into a totem pole at the end. It is noticeable. I think like some of like the racist jokes that just would not fly today. They would not fly today. When it comes to the characters themselves, they're not. I mean, Hopperty. I mean, he's a nice enough guy. I mean, Wade just asks them to keep sticking together through thick and thin, trying to find a home no matter what, and of course because he loves honey. I do think that even though they aren't the most interesting leads, I mean they can carry the film well enough. But I've actually found myself like caring more for like the community themselves and like the spectacle of seeing it through Bug's eyes, what it's like for all these incidents of humans like walking on the grass and littering and skyscrapers being built. There's a lot of interesting visual gags and like flourishes throughout this film. I really like a lot of the things that are going on in the film, like a lot of the visuals and how they. I mean, one thing that I would like to see a little bit more that I really love about miniature worlds themes like this is like how they make their clothes, because it's like, I mean, they have clothes very similar to human beings, but when it comes to like mini worlds, I often do like to think about how they would make these little clothes themselves. So, I mean, you could just say like the spiders made their clothes for them, but it's just something that I think is pretty interesting to think about when it comes to this. The animation, it's a million times better than well, I mean, Gulliver's Travels, not a million times better. Gulliver's Travels, it wasn't bad in the animation department by any stretch of the imagination. But I just feel that it's like sometimes because of like the rush production. I mean, this film has a rush production too, but I feel that this one has it's more consistent animation quality, and it manages to look much better for it. The songs, I think they're pretty nice bits. They're really nice little ditties. I do really like that, especially with the couple in the castle. That's another really nice one, and I can see a lot of people like enjoying this film for like as well as the animation. Just like I just really like the snail most, the creeper, Mr. Creeper. I mean, why is it called Mr. Creeper? I mean, he's not really that creepy. He's just grumpy all the time. And I do also like a lot of little bits with. I mean, as much as Berkeley was a little bit dumb at times, but I did like how he and his minions played off each other. I mean, when SWAT isn't looking very suspicious in his design, imitating Native Americans or making a really offensive, weird Chinese gibberish, a really bad Chinese impression by speaking gibberish. I think like the way that they interacted with each other had some funny bits to them, and also I also still think that SWAT and Bagley. I keep getting the Beatles' name wrong. See Bagley. I called him Berkeley at one point. I accidentally called him Bumble at one point for some reason. Anyway, SWAT and the other guy, Smack. That's it. SWAT and Smack. I thought they had some funny bits together, and I still saw a little bit of something going on between the two of them with how much they were getting close to each other and hugging and dancing with each other. And I mean, it might just be me, but there did seem to be a little bit of something there. Just seeing something. I mean, considering the time the film came out, I probably didn't think much of it. But looking at it nowadays, I did see a little bit of that going on here, and I just like it is. I mean, it's not my favourite film, but it is still it is fun. I mean, besides like the racism parts. I did still enjoy watching them, a lot of the bits of the film, seeing the Bug characters go through all these different places, going together to find their home and finally find it in the end atop the skyscraper. That was really nice to see. I did really like how the Bug characters stayed together. It reminded me a little bit of something like a bug version of, say, like a more friendly version of a bug version of something like, say, Warship Down or Animals of Farming Wood. Like all these bugs like coming together to try and find a place to live in, like the face of a human folly in destroying like the natural environment. I don't know whether it was intended for the time. Like they tried to make it with an environmental message in mind, but I will say it does hold better environmental themes than a lot of animation I've seen that tries to go for it, because I appreciate that a lot of the people in this, they aren't malicious, they aren't, I mean, apart from that lady not noticing that the letter could have just fallen down the steps, or that one part where the lady didn't secure the garden hose properly to the sprinklers. The humans aren't stupid, and apart from the people littering and the kids playing hockey, they aren't even really that malicious. Thinking about it, they're just like we just happen to do things, but it just happen to be destructive for like bugs in the long run. But it doesn't make humans evil. And I do appreciate that when it comes to environmental films, and the fact that some of the humans are actually like reasonable, and they try to make they try to secure the garden, and try to. But some of them actually do try to care for the insects at one point. And I did like that the humans, they aren't evil or actively malicious. They're just ignorant of the bug's existence, and they can be good. But they are still good, I think. So yeah, it's not my absolute favourite, but it's still worth watching. I mean, I'm happy that I watched it. I mean, when it comes to a lot of racially insensitive parts, that they're not fun to watch. That is pretty bad. Some of those parts, so it shows the age a bit when it comes to that. But if you ignore that, or well, I mean, not ignore that. If you look at the other parts of the film, it can be pretty enjoyable. I mean, Berkeley, it's like his plan. Still seems to be. I mean, it is more comical than truly a threatening villain in the grand scheme of things, because he's just like this over the top goofy bad guy with a moustache to twirl and a cat in a cane and a top hat, who just happens to cause problems. But I wonder how that's going to work out for him now, because he's not going to be able to extort anyone. I wonder if he just waited until. You know what? Something that could have fixed with Berkeley's plan, and probably for him being more clever. He could have helped him get to the top of the skyscraper, and then say, "Ah, yes, I helped you get to the top. Therefore, you owe me so and so, or honey's hand in marriage." So that could be something that that would probably make him a bit more brainy, rather than just like wanting the wedding to go on while he knows that the house that he's next to is being knocked down, and they're going to build a skyscraper right where they're living. He didn't really seem to think that through, and it wasn't until it was too late that he realised that what he did was that he did something wrong, like messing up his plan. So it wasn't really that bright in that department. And also say this for Honey, unlike Princess Glory, it seems like while she doesn't have very many expressions, at least, and still has only one nostril for most of her time on screen, she at least has a few better emotions compared to Princess Glory. Still not Snow White levels of expressive, but still, it's still better than what came before. So that was a bit better. Just a little bit of a last. A bit of a last thought there, and you still have that one a scouse who he stung a man, and and by the way, they destroyed. They caused no doubt how many traffic jams and pile-ups after they disrupted the electrics in the traffic lights. So I hope they fixed that all right. But yeah, that bee, he stung someone and he should have ripped out his other half, and just a bit of a grim thought. But I don't know, that's just after Bee Movie, that's just I'll take this over Bee Movie any day. At least, I mean, sometimes there are little bits that make me think about how they get certain things, but the world building is nowhere near as confusing as this film. It's nowhere near as confusing as Bee Movie. This one at least seems a bit more easy to follow in terms of like the world building, and there isn't much of that is distracting from it as a B movie. So that's something else going for it. So, okay, so yes, like I would say, I recommend giving it a watch. Not the best, but not the worst. And it is. I did have a bit of fun watching it. It is a nice little film, and it is entertaining for what it is. And it's one of the most popular, and it is really popular in Japan. I heard. So they really like the film. So it seems that it does have quite a few fans. I almost said quite a few quite a few fans. So that's good for it. I'm happy for it at least. That it is still really nice that we have these really old bit animated properties from many years ago that still hold the test of time. Not hold the test of time, but they still can be preserved and people can still check them out. And warts and all. Watching them, and it is always nice to see things haven't been lost and they're still and they can still be found and watched. Okay, so what is next for my next live reaction? Well, I do have a little bit of a plan. Let me just check the Netflix release date here for My Little Pony New Generation, because I have seen a few trailers for this, and oh yep, it is next week that it is being released on Netflix. So hopefully, if all goes well, I hope to watch it, because it is going to be a pretty interesting one from the trailers that I've seen, and I am hopeful for what's going to happen in it, and me and a lot of my friends are interested in checking it out, so hopefully it's going to go well. So once again, in the comments, if I manage to get this version of my live reaction that's edited and has the video of the film in the bottom right, and you can still see it like edited and like with all the filters on top of it. I hope that still works out all right, and YouTube doesn't copyright me or prevent me from showing the film like that. If not, I'll probably just have to remove it and do it audio only, and just show the little poster like I usually do for my live reactions. But please let me know what you think of this and whether you think this is a good format for it. I'm not sure whether I'd be able to do this for films on Netflix or Disney Plus. It depends on how OBS would allow me to capture them, but I'll see how it works. And hopefully this also helps with any problems with any films that people can't tell what's going on, or anything to do with the syncing of Region 2 and Region 1. If I can do this with my DVD, if I do this again, hopefully it will work out okay. So please let me know what you think, and I will see you next time, everybody. Bye, Duckyworth out, and see you later. Take care, everyone.